A crock pot, or slow cooker as some people call them, is an appliance that every cook needs in their kitchen. When it comes to pork, poultry, or beef, they're wonderful to use. It's just hard to mess up any of those kind of recipes using those three items. But when it comes to other food groups, a slow cooker can be a little more confusing to use. One of the things out of the three food groups, the poultry, the beef, and the pork, is pinto beans. Now, I've been eating pinto beans since I was a little child, probably 3 or 4 times a week when I was growing up at home. But I had never found a recipe to use a crock pot, that uses a crock pot, that made the beans taste like the ones my mother used to make. But I finally found one, and it's by Paula Deen, the Southern cook. And the only secret to the recipe basically is making sure you get the correct amount of water in the crock pot. But what's pinto beans without cornbread? So recently I borrowed a cookbook from a good friend, and there happened to be a recipe for cornbread cooked in the crock pot. Now, I didn't follow the instructions as far as the ingredients, because I've been making cornbread all my life, and I make it from scratch. I always put it in a cast iron skillet and put it in the oven. And I thought, you know, there's just no way that a crock pot is going to turn out the same kind of cornbread as a cast iron skillet baked in the oven. But to my surprise, I'm fixing to find out if the recipe for the cornbread turned out. And I think the secret is to spray the crock itself with Pam or any vegetable spray, and then turn the crock pot on high for about 30 minutes before you pour the cornbread batter in. So this is my first attempt at cornbread, so you're going to see right along with me how the cornbread turned out. Now I'm hoping that the cornbread is going to come out of the crock pot, so let's just see what it looks like and how easy it comes out. It might come out in crumbles, I don't know. Well, you're going to see just like I am, okay? Let's take the lid off of the crock pot. It's cooled down. It's been cooling down for about 2 hours. Get it over here on the table. And I'll put a plate on it. I have a plate that is oblong, so it'll fit the top pretty well. And let's turn it over and see if it comes out. Yes, it did. And it didn't stick too bad. Right there, a little bit right in the center, but not much. Let's see what the top looks like. That's pretty nice. Okay. Now, the only other thing we have to do is cut a piece and put a little butter on it to see if it tastes like what comes out of the oven. Let's cut a little piece on the end. Let's see if it's done. Oh yeah, nice crust on the bottom. Get a little butter on it and see. That's pretty good. I believe this is a good deal here. It's just as good as what comes out of the oven. So, Crock-Pot Cornbread. Now next week, tomorrow, I'll cook some pinto beans to go along with my cornbread. Bon appetit!